Hi there, beautiful people. How are you? It's Priestess Rosalind. How are you? It is July 24th. I've had one hell of a busy day today. I mean, it's been so, but like really getting things done that you need to get done. But I mean, you have to do it. You might as well have a better attitude about it, right? If you have to get it done and things are like, you're planning things. Okay, I'm going to try and set you all down on my table. Hang on a second. Let's see, how can I do this where I'm not using my favorite decks to prop you up? Let's see, how are we going to do this? Because I wanted to look in the one book. Hi there, one person. I don't know who you are yet. Let's see here. I'm trying to get the decks lined up so I can use the decks to prop because, let's see. Oh, yeah, I do see something here. Yeah. All right, hang on one second. How are you? I'm not, let's see if I can tune in here. I'm going to try and tune in where I can see your all comments because when I did the other lives, oh, it's Thelma. Hi, how are you, Thelma? When I did the other lives, Thelma, I didn't see any comments, but I was using a different streaming device. I was using my desktop. So maybe that's why I didn't see everyone or their comments or anything like that, Let me move these other decks out of the way. How's your day been, Thelma? I hope you've been well today. A lot of things going on in our planet. A lot of things going on. It's almost like, with this whole thing with summer, it's almost like if you're thinking of summer love, how summer love it was so special at one time. Well, I'm old. I'm 46. I'm a little bit older than some, but it's almost like it means so much that time of summer. It's almost like your summer love was meant to do something for you or meant to change like your perspective on something. You know what I'm saying? That's what it seems like summer love is. But I don't know. It's July 24th. I feel like some people probably met someone maybe a couple months ago or they just met them on vacation. Even people, in their 30s and 40s, they experience that too, they experience all that. So it can be a good thing, I think. So I want to tell you all in advance, excuse me if you hear my little poodle barking. I'm sorry, because this is live, so it's not like I can just go back and be like, and be like, I can't do that because this is live, okay? And I also, you all know I have Psychic Kitty, right? If you all could please, I don't know, when you're in a live watching someone, can you give them a thumbs up right then? Or do you have to like leave out and go do a thumbs up? Of course, I don't really know. But if you can, please give me a thumbs up. Thank you. Oh, thank you for the little smiley faces, Thelma. Thank you. These are, you know what? I'm looking at my decks and I'm thinking of using some decks tonight in this live. Thank you for the like in the live that you all have not seen. That I haven't worked with a lot with you all, but they're here with me. I have so many decks. I literally have to stop myself from buying so many decks because that's how many decks that I buy. If I'm not careful, I'll just buy a deck every few days, like literally. Okay, I'll just buy one like every few days. It's like really, because I love them. Hi, Toto. Do you want to come up on here and here? Come on. Do you want people to see you? You want to see who I'm talking to? This is my spoiled little poodle, and he won't let me cut his hair right now, and he hasn't been acting right for the groomers. He looks like he's 15 pounds, and he's only like 12 because of all his hair. Yeah, say that's my poodle doodle. That's Mama poodle doodle. You be a good boy. You be a good boy while I'm on here, okay? Hi, Contemplating K. Hi. Okay, you be a good boy, okay? That's the one, so you all can see who it is that's barking when I'm on doing the lives, okay? You can see who is barking. Okay? So let's see here. I'm getting my decks ready. Can you all please give me a thumbs up, please? And you know what? I don't know if you all have subscribed to the channel, but I am looking for beautiful people like you. I want all of you beautiful people, I want you to be part of the community. Okay? I want you to be part of my community because I want to keep building it with openness, love. I want us to be able to speak openly, body positivity, sharing our experiences sometimes. When I come on with the community posts, because I posted about the deer a few days ago. But sometimes I just like to post daily things that go on in our lives. And then that way we'll have a feeling of connection, like you're not the only one going through this, whether it's sudden changes, which is really what's going on with most people, is a lot of the sudden changes right now. Okay. Like changes that we didn't even think of, a few months ago, you weren't even thinking about these changes, or you'd only thought about it or had a dream about it. And then boom, you're in the middle of it, So I'm getting my cards together and I'm wishing you butterfly angel kisses. I saw 2 blue monarch butterflies today. Yes. I saw 2 of them. And I love, when you get a sign of a butterfly, a deer totem, dragonflies, you need to pay attention to which ones are coming to you and how often you see them. Also, another thing, when you're having a really, really hard day, and you look outside and you see an eagle or an owl or a hawk, or you go outside and you keep seeing a red cardinal or whatever it may be, what is going on? Oh, someone's coming. It must be that someone's coming home. So you guys might hear a little bit of noise, but when you're having a day like that and then you see those animals, it's really about, oh, you saw 4 today? Wow, Thelma. Yeah, when you see them like that, it's this really cool thing. Your spirit guides or your ancestors, they're sending them your way. And I trained shamanically for a long time. I'm actually trained, and that's something that I learned, and you can learn it too. You just have to get a little bit of familiarity with your spirit totems, because we all have multiple. We have multiple spirit guides. Thank you. We have multiple spirit guides. Okay, we have multiple totem animals. We have multiple. Okay. I'm a little coffee head, so this is my iced coffee I was waiting on. Yes, a shot to the head. Yes, a shot to the head. Yeah. Because I don't have real like sugar put in my drinks, or because we've been programmed, a lot of you goddesses and you beautiful masculine, you don't know that we've been programmed with sugar. I don't know if you know that, but we've been programmed. White sugar is a drug. Did you know that? Sugar is actually a drug. And it was used in history to control people. It's not a food. You know that white sugar is a substance that can be very similarly associated with some other drugs. But yeah, but I don't use sugar in my things. Okay, so I'm getting my cards together, and I wanted to share that with you all because as you come along with me, you'll learn and understand much more in some areas. I can't teach you probably every single area of your life, but there's many different things in different parts of your life that I could probably share with you. Okay, things that you might not have known before. So that's part of, it's just sharing gifts. Oh, you said, what do I use as a sweetener? Have you ever heard of stevia or stevia? Stevia. Have you ever heard of that? Do you know that stevia is a leaf? It's an actual leaf. You can grow stevia as a leaf in your kitchen. Like if you have a little plant, you can just have it in a little pot, a little planter pot, and you can grow that in your kitchen. And when you break off the leaf, it's so sweet. It's so sweet. You can use it in your coffee, your tea, whatever it may be. Or you can go to like the organic aisle, and you can buy actual stevia. It's really a sweetener. Really, truly a sweetener. So I had to make those adjustments when I was about 25. I couldn't have those things anymore. So right now, like if you have dark chocolate, that's really good for your body. It's good for your blood without all that silly sweet stuff in it. You can have, yeah, you said, yeah, you think you'll try it? Yeah, try it. You can try it, and then when you try it, you can compare it, like to the way really, sugar tastes and the way that tastes. It's, to me, it's good for me. I mean, but I've been this way for it's about 22 years. About 22 years. So for me, it works out pretty good. Okay. So another thing I wanted to tell you all is the new moon is coming. So if you're manifesting, start paying attention to your dreams right now. Think about your candles, like if you're going to do candle conjure, any kind of root work, any kind of manifesting, like really start zoning in on it to pay attention to what's happening around you right now. And then whatever is happening around you at this time, especially if you've been talking to your ancestors or your spirit guides. Oh, good. You just bought new books. Good. That's perfect. Yeah, because the new moon is coming in about 5 days. So you have between the new moon and the full moon to really work on what you're trying to bring in. So one of the biggest things is to believe that you deserve good things and you deserve to have what you want. Yeah. The Spiritual Almanac. Oh, I haven't seen that one. I haven't seen that one. But, being more open and a moonless. Okay. What is a moonless? Kay says she has a moonless. I don't know what that is. Is there? Yeah. I don't know what the moonless is. I haven't heard of that. Yeah, what I do is I get everything prepared, Like I had fun a couple of weeks ago because I was at the river. Like I was collecting water, and that water in the river, the water after rain, it's been, some people say, oh, well, I don't want to touch that water because it's been, in the environment, it might have gotten contaminated or, oh no, don't do that to me. It's water that's been in our environment. Well, you breathe the air, right? You walk on the ground. You let the sun rays on you. So you can imagine that water you collect from a storm or go to a little lake or a river stream and collect that water. And then you can it's a book about ritual and self-reflection. Oh, that's cool. Cool. Yeah, so those things, just staying open to the elements, because think about it. We live on Earth, right? I just dropped one of the True Love cards. See this? The True Love reading cards. I like reading from these oracles sometimes. I used to incorporate these a lot about 3 months ago, and I'm going to start incorporating them again, the True Love reading cards. Because they're so simple, but they're really, it's like the more that you use a deck, the more it connects with what people listening need to hear. Like the people who are listening, like you got us some masculine listening, is connecting more and more with what you might need to hear right now. Okay? I think that makes sense, right? Okay, let's see. Yeah, healing. So right now it's a focus of healing. It really is a focus of healing. But it's so much transformation going on right now. It's so much transformation and rebirth. That's why I think so many people are getting the butterflies, the dragonflies, not just that it's that time, but that time of year, but it's so much recreation going on in our lives right now. And then with the deer, they're all about staying in their heart energy. Because those two deer that were out in my back, that's right out in my backyard, right? So those deer, I was like, why don't they have any fear at all? That happened like last year too. Yeah. And you got a lot. Yeah. They were like, these deer, I look at deer all the time, especially if I smudge. Like after I smudged years ago when I was getting all my shamanic things together, I used to smudge, and then deer would always be standing, like looking in the window when I would do that. So I always pay attention to deer, but deer are about staying in your heart's energy, staying in your heart's energy. So before you have the conscious thought to judge a situation, you kind of go to your heart first, and then you'll learn that there's no reason to be stark raving angry at someone. You can choose to accept it and start walking away from it, or you can choose to say, wow, maybe they just need me to stand back for a while. Maybe I'll go and learn something for myself. Look at the one that keeps popping up, the Divine Feminine. See that? That's the one that keeps popping up. So I'm going to go ahead and read about that one. And then we'll kind of put it in where you need it, okay? The Divine Feminine. This is the one that keeps popping up. So let's read about it. The Divine Feminine. I think I'm going to go ahead to that now. Let's see. So we can start getting some messages in. In the highest good for all concerned and all listening now. Let's see here. The Divine Feminine. See, so it has the pictures and everything that match with it. Let's see. I feel like I don't know if anyone listening is like, you have a north node in Cancer, a south node in Capricorn. Oh, okay. Yeah, my north node is in Capricorn. It's 22 degrees Capricorn. So we might be good, like spiritually, we might match one another like a soulmate. The Divine Feminine is returning to us all once more after thousands of years of dominance by the distorted masculine. Okay. She is characterized by qualities such as nurturing behavior. She is patience, caring, acceptance, trust, going with the flow, harmony with natural cycles, sharing, communal cooperation, healing, a connection to nature, and a more circular, organic way of getting things done. Yeah. Caring, acceptance, trust, going with the flow, harmony with natural cycles, sharing, communal cooperation, healing, a connection to nature, and a more circular, organic way of getting things done. Intuition, especially the decision to use and trust it more, your intuition. The decision to use it and trust it more is also extremely important in the feminine realm and feminine approach to life. These qualities are not always highly valued in our society, and whether you are male or female, you may have been brought up learning to discard or distrust your intuition. Okay, that's why we're getting over and we're healing a lot of the distorted masculine that was oppressing. It was even oppressing other masculine who should have been protecting our feminine expression, our feminine life flow. Okay. The feminine way of being patient or caring is not just about giving all the time and finishing up and exhausting yourself. It's about you having faith in the fact that the universe can and will guide you if you allow it. Okay? If you allow it. The Divine Feminine is the vital force from which all other life emerges. That is what sticks with me all the time, is that there is no life without that feminine seed. The goddess has to be there in everything. The Divine Feminine is the vital force from which all other life emerges. Even if it's a blade of grass, it has to have the feminine element. All animals, all sea life, all, just everything, it has to have the feminine. and it works towards a win-win outcome in every situation for the good of all involved. All things creative, sensual, and nurturing belong in the feminine realm. So indulge that with awareness as a way of expressing your delight. Make a commitment to listen, to trust, and act upon your intuition more today and every day. You have drawn this card today because your heart and intuition are calling out to you, urging you to trust your feminine energy more and more. Take a few minutes to complete the exercise below. What exercise is it? Reintegrating your divine feminine, and then take steps to acknowledge this power within you. I don't see it. Oh, it is one in here. Wow, it's about meditating with a candle in a quiet place, uninterrupted. Create a warm, soft atmosphere for yourself. Take a journal or a diary and a pen and make notes afterwards. You are required to be quiet and meditate for 15 minutes. Turn off all distractions as your phone or electronic devices and light your candle. Okay? Make yourself comfortable and call in your own angels, spirit guides, and ask them to support you while you do this process. It doesn't matter if you don't know their names or specific details. Just call them in and they will be there for you. Yeah, that's really the huge element of shamanic journeying. Okay. Take a minute or two to contemplate your own feminine qualities. Do you tend to hide your gentleness, softness, feelings, emotions, creativity? Do you have an exterior that is a bit tougher than you would like? Spend another minute or two letting your imagination unfold. What might your divine feminine look like if she had a form? So if you are a woman, what might you be wearing? A beautiful flowing dress and flowers in your hair. You might look like a goddess, a fairy, or a high priestess. Maybe she looks as though she is from a bygone era or a strong quality of romantic, feminine beauty. You said you're going to do it before bed. That's awesome. So maybe this is something that, we can try, especially by the new moon. I think the new moon would be beautiful to do that exercise, okay? That would be really powerful. And then maybe to talk about it at another time. You said you do hide your gentleness. Yeah, I used to all the time, believe it or not. I know you all might not believe that, right? You might say, what? Yeah. Because with me, I had so many checkpoints, it was like all the checkpoints. I had 2 degrees. I had this, I was meeting all those different checkpoints. So, my 20s and 30s, it was a lot of that. And then here I am more, in that role of like the wise woman, really like the wise woman, but I like to have fun. I like to come on here with you all. Yes, definitely. So let's get going with some questions. I want to incorporate a couple different decks here. I want to ask, what is the whole thing about this summer? Like your summer love, what's going on with that? I want to ask about, what are we all learning? Spirit just said patience. I don't want to learn patience. I mean, isn't that's like, oh my goodness, learning patience? Oh my, wow. Oh, look at the next card, intimacy. Intimacy. Yes, intimacy. Okay, that's the next one. Let's see. Oh, self-respect. Now that's, you know what? Now, I was going to go to another deck, but look at this. Intimacy and self-respect. I mean, that's really something, like blending those two together. Like, wow. Because you might feel like you want to let go and have playtime and freedom. And then it's like, oh, how will I be looked about? How will I be looked at later? How will this play out for me, Let's go to that question. I think that is a question. like playtime, intimacy, being with this person, and then later on, outcomes, because I know that in my past I've done that. I freeze up and I'm not fully going with the feminine playfulness and the flirtiness and because I'm trying to think of what might happen later or how you will be looked at later by this person. So that's a good question. Can we get an answer to that, please? How will this play out if we are playful and intimate and we're having fun and carefree? That's what summer is so good for that. How will this affect our reputation, self-respect afterwards? Give us more information on that. How is this playing out for this intimacy and self-respect? Intimacy and self-respect. Let's see. I just got a comment. Your daughter's father comes around and you've been dealing with him just being friendly but no sex. Oh, okay. That's good. If you put up that boundary for yourself, because it does create a lot of cords, and a lot of us, we never knew that because we weren't taught that sex creates all those cords, and how strong they can be, those cords that we develop, so sometimes we have to know ourselves enough to know that we can't just, be intimate with someone because we know all the different things that happen, Let's see what we get on that. God of Wands. Okay, King of Wands. Okay, King of Wands. You know what this is about? So I don't know if some of you know what this is about. The King of Wands in response to intimacy and self-respect. The King of Wands is usually the one who collects, just to be blunt, they usually collect women. They come in and out. They're not sure about you, but they know about themselves. They want to protect themselves. They want to have good sex, and they want to whisper sweet nothings in the woman's ear. Okay. And they're very, very physical, very, very passionate. They love, just being fiery, passionate, and they're really creative in bed. But it's like an illusion because it's happening physically and it's happening through their own eyes, their own creativity, the way they express passion. So usually what happens is the feminine, which could be male or female in the relationship, they usually get sidetracked on that. And then when they realize that it's not an actual relationship, even though there was all that feminine and masculine energy coming together like this, physically, that's when it leads to a lot of problems. Like a lot of problems for this person. Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands. So this is like someone dropping a burden, dropping a load. So these two together, this is really a warning sign. Okay, this is like someone with all that passion, but they're looking to drop a load. They don't like relationships, so they're looking to drop off, that person who's getting attached emotionally. They look at them as a burden to carry. You said that's your daughter's father, huh? That's hilarious when you think of it that way, Goddess of Swords. So we have the Queen of Swords here. This is you. This is divine feminine goddesses, right? This is the feminine making a decision to cut out something. So her sword is there. Okay, she's the Queen of Swords. She's there to make a decision. So she has to make this decision with her mind and her mental thoughts, not her heart. So that can be hard, but that's how she can cut out what she does want to accept. She can cut out what she does, what she doesn't want. She knows she doesn't want it. It's a decision made with the head and not the heart. Okay, Temperance. So we have alchemy here. So it's interesting that we were talking about, thank you, Thelma. It's interesting we were talking about alchemy and those cords that get attached during intimacy, during sex. Okay, so we have the intimacy card we were talking about, and then we have Temperance here. See, this angel, she's doing actual magic. That's what she's doing. That's what the Temperance card is. She's using earth, air, water, and fire to bring into balance whatever she wants it to be balanced. Okay, so that's what this is about. This is about cords, things that we don't see, but things that we can decide about. We feel them. So she's changing up the alchemy so that it'll be balanced for her. Okay, because she knows she doesn't want to feel like she didn't get respect. She wants to feel like she kept herself, protected. She made good decisions about herself later. Do you see what I'm saying? So yeah, that's pretty powerful. That's powerful. This is the angel of alchemy with temperance. Some of you might be involved, or you might be an Aquarius yourself. Every time I see this, it just reminds me of the water bearer, the Aquarius. Okay, with all the water going, and Aquariuses are very powerful with their abilities as well. Okay, they're very in tune with their abilities. Let's get the next card here. Oh, the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands. Okay. So the Queen of Wands, wait, let me see. Is this the Queen? Oh, no, this is the Page. Okay. Yeah, this is the Page of Wands, daughter. Okay. So the Page of Wands is usually fiery, runs in and out. They have quick messages. They have fleeting kind of energy. Um, it's like something that you can't really, and they could be younger than you too. It's the energy almost like of a playful, someone who's not settled in their energy, but they have loads and loads of energy, creativity. They can say and do things really, they come rushing in with all of the heat and passion and information and creativity, a little less than the King of Wands. So the Page of Wands is one you have to watch out for. Listen to the messages though. If someone's coming in your life like this, with all of the fiery messages and creativity and all this, pay attention. Pay attention. That way you won't miss if it's something there that you're supposed to know or supposed to understand. Scorpio, Gemini moon, Virgo. Oh, okay. So that's a very interesting combination. Yeah, I'm a Libra sun, but I'm a Virgo rising. Virgo rising, and then I have a Virgo moon as well. Okay. So, I can be like a stickler sometimes, like really stuck on a point sometimes until I understand it. Or I definitely want to make sure everyone's being treated fairly. That's a big thing for me, that everyone's being treated right, so to speak. That's something that's, you know, I absolutely, since I was a child, that's been a thing for me, but that was because of the kind of work I was doing. You see what I'm saying? That was kind of because the kind of work I was doing and, being like a rainbow warrior child. I don't know if any of you know about rainbow children, but that's kind of, the way that it came in for me. I came in that way. So let's see the next card here. Okay, we have the Six of Wands next. A lot of fire sign energy. Six of Wands. So this is being victorious. It's about being victorious and rising head and shoulders above the rest. Okay, so if you're on your own path of self-respect and you're not just, going along with intimacy only, you're going to stand out. You're going to get noticed. Also, another thing that could happen, really, literally, really, you could end up in a relationship, if you're together. And this card, it always reminds me of relationship victory. The Six of Wands is like the two of you have remained victorious. Hi. Let's see what your name is. I didn't see your name, and I don't want to seem rude. Lisbeth. Hi, Lisbeth. How you doing? Yeah, we're talking about cards, the intimacy for the summer. You know how we do like to be free, creative, passionate, and then self-respect also. We had a lot of talk earlier before you joined us. So, yeah. So this is about, it's kind of like about couples who are victorious at the end of something. That's usually the way I see the Six of Wands, like a couple that's walking hand in hand together. If any of you have seen my other reads, you probably heard me say that, you know, a couple walking hand in hand together. You know. So let's see. I'm looking on. Yeah, I think my live stream is public. I think it is. I was trying to figure that out earlier, earlier because I didn't do it on the same device, so I don't see it here. Wow, that's weird. But you all did see me, right? So you came along, so that's awesomeness, right? Even though during Mercury retrograde, we're all like, what the hell is going on? Like, what? We don't know what the hell is happening. So, you know, but it's working out for us, okay? All right, let's go to the next card here. Oh, the Supreme. So this is the Magician. This is the Magician of the deck. I love this deck. It's the Tarot Arcanas. If you ever go on Instagram, go to art.goddess.drea. art.goddess.drea. She actually hand painted these cards, you know, and I think that's just beautiful, you know, every time I think about it. She has other things too. She has t-shirts. I don't know if she has calendars yet, but calendars I think would be beautiful with these. But this is the Magician, okay? So this is about the energy of, I always think of Gemini and Scorpio with these, with the Magician card. So just like here, so we're getting a message, definitely. I think some of us may end up really exploring the moon energy, just looking at these, okay? Since we have alchemy here, taking earth, air, fire, and water, and balancing what we need to balance. Then we have the magician who can use earth, air, fire, and water to manifest. They use the resources around them and they create what they need to manifest. It's like really believing it and seeing the tools they have with everything, okay? So we've got the Supreme, which is the Magician. Then we have Temperance, which is the Angel of Alchemy. So there's definite messages coming in for, you know, even if you're just contemplating in the beginning stages of, well, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? You know, how is this going to play out for me? Well, you might have to literally manifest. Manifest your rituals. Manifest your energy. Manifest your power. Manifest your increase. Yeah, you know, manifesting your increase, you know. That's huge for so many of us now, especially with all the goddesses wondering, and the masculine too, okay? They're wondering about starting up their own business. You know, they're wondering about that. And it's like, yeah, that's what is coming around for a lot of us, is starting up our own, because the thought is there. And then the thought being there, especially if your spirit guides and ancestors are calling that in for you, you know, then it's going to come, you know, it's going to come. Judgment. Judgment. So this is like karma. So some people, when I bring out judgment, they think that it's only past life. You know, it's not just past life. It's not. It's this life too. It's like things you've done in this life coming back, and it's like a blast. Like, damn, really? Did you bring that back up? You might think, well, did you bring that out the closet? Damn, I mean, how ancient is that? I thought I was done with that. Shit. Didn't I learn what I needed to learn from that? But really, it could be something, and I love the picture. You see the way she's walking up the stairs. She's going back to be judged. It's like you could have done some beautiful things, some good things, because I know I've done a lot of good things. You know, so you don't always have to be worried that it's something bad, you know, and especially while we're on that, this whole thing with twin flames, you know, like twin flame, soulmates, like, and then we always say, the readers always say the karmic partner. She's doing this to him. I don't, you know, that is such BS sometimes. In some instances it is, because we've all been the karmic partner. We've all been the other woman, the other man. It's happened to all of us. So it's like not judging so much that it's something negative coming up. You may be involved in something to You may be involved in something so that you're learning from it. You might be judged for all the good stuff you've done. Did you think about it that way? That could happen. That could happen too, right? So it could be a lot of good things coming back to you that are like, wow, I wonder, did anybody notice that? When I did this, this, and this. And now it's like, wow, it's like beauty. I can truly see what was happening then. I can see the path from then. Look at this, the moon. The moon, look at that big old beautiful moon there. And she's walking through with her dog. Yep, she's got her dogs and her little crab coming out of the water. She's got on her little ceremonial dress. She's walking back to the moon. So this is her returning to her own goddess energy. The moon is so, so feminine. It's also secrets, illusions. Okay, it's all of that. Ritual. Chants. I feel like some of us have been chanting. Some of us maybe need to develop a chant or a mantra. That's really what a mantra is. Your affirmations, your law of attraction. That's really what it is. Oh, and look at the next card. 4 of Wands. Look how happy they are. They're dancing, touching one another. Yeah, they're going for it. Marriage, engagements, happy home, happy family. Building on those 4 building blocks. Stability. So when you're manifesting, that is something wonderful to remember. The 4 building blocks you're going to build on. A table, legs of a chair. They all have 4 equal sides, okay, to build on. I love this card. It's like manifesting the love, and it's stable and it's strong. Okay. I love that. Yeah. So I'm hearing that it's the end of games for someone. It's like the end of the games. It's the end of playing so much with your own thoughts. It's like the reality of this, the 4 of Wands coming true for us, for some of us, who have been waiting on that or who have been manifesting this, or maybe it's just the right time for it. Okay, maybe it's just the right time for that, where it's the end of game time for you. Okay, so let's get another deck. I want to definitely do another deck before I close out the reading. I want to do another deck here. So, would you all like to just get what I'm feeling from the deck? And we can kind of freestyle it like that, just what I'm feeling from the deck. Okay, I'm going to switch decks. Sometimes with the energy coming through, it's like I really do focus on what I'm getting as far as, different things coming through. Like before, like 2 weeks ago, I think it was about 2 weeks ago, I could see different images flashing. And sometimes I just kind of go with that energy flow. Sometimes I'll see like, a parent and a child together. I'll see like a new job happening for someone. Things like that. Spirit is saying social, yeah, things that happen in our daily lives that we all have possibly experienced or we're relating to them. Okay, so let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and use my Santa Morta deck because that's the one that's really calling to me, the Santa Morta deck. Okay, so I'll just go through and ask, what are the messages that we need to know about? Spirits of love, light, and truth, the messages that we need to know about. Spirits of love, light, and truth, the messages that we need to know about. Spirits of love, light, and truth, the messages that we need to know about. Love and kindness. Yeah, that's one of the messages. Love and kindness. Release of ego. That's what I'm hearing. Release of ego. So the ego holds a lot of fear and a lot of worn out judgments and patterns. That's, some people, they live in that fear. Okay, of those judgments and patterns here. Yeah, Nine of Swords. Wow. That's the Nine of Swords. This is so much anxiety. It's so much anxiety, it's so much fear, you know, that some of us are not sleeping. Okay, insomnia, being a nervous wreck because they can't see the next few days ahead of them, things that you feel you have zero control over. So that's really being in fear, residing in so much of the fear. Okay, let's see, the Hermit, the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so definitely some of you are going into hiding. You're going into hiding to try and understand what happened. And while you're trying to understand what happened with this person or with this job or with this relationship, you're experiencing a high amount of anxiety. That's why the Nine of Swords is here. So some of you are ready to close yourself off and just reflect on everything that's happened. This person or the situation you thought it was promised to you, you've been waiting for. This is the Page, the Knight of Pentacles. You've been waiting for delivery. It could involve love. It could involve moving in together. It could involve money to pay and put down on a place. It could involve a contract. But you've been waiting for this person's words to pay out, or you've been waiting for this job to pay out. And it's making you so anxious. You just want this communication. This is the Eight of Wands here. The Eight of Wands is the communication that most of us are looking for if we haven't heard from someone. It's the communication you're looking for if you know that this person, this place, maybe you placed a loan, maybe you're waiting to hear back about a car, an apartment, you're waiting to hear back about something that you really need to know about. You've been waiting for. This is the promise, and this is the communication. But when you get the communication, it might be like, well, I wasn't expecting to hear that. Or I didn't expect them to say it like that. It might be something that you're really, really wondering about. Okay, like how could it play out that way? Or how could they have done it like that? You're wondering, you're like, wow. Okay, let's see what the next three cards are. The Six of Wands, that's the second time I've seen that tonight. The Four of Cups. And Santa Marta herself, okay? So here we have Six of Wands, victory. Some of you are you are good with victory and success that you've gotten. You've gotten the message. It's just the way you wanted it. You feel head and shoulders above the rest. So you could be entering a new relationship where you're like, I'm so good with this. You could have gotten a promotion at your job where you were recognized, okay, more so than other people. And then there's some of you who feel like, I do not want this offer. I do not want what happened. I do not want to accept this cup. The Four of Cups is you either, being like, I got an offer, I got something, but it's not really what I wanted. They offered me something. So this is like some of you are staying in a love triangle because they're telling you after a few months, again, they're having that conversation of, I'm not leaving this person. Me and you are going to be a side thing. That's what some of you are not wanting to accept. Some of you, it's a job where you got passed over. It could be that you're not looked at as being victorious in the family, and you're the one bringing home, money. You're paying bills as best you can, and you're not being looked at fully for who you are. Santa Marta is here to represent all of the changes and transitions here. It's a death of some things, and for some things, it's a rebirth. Okay, that's what this is about here. So you're experiencing and you're being validated. Your your ancestors know you're going through these changes. Stay in contact and communication with them. Learn a little bit more about your ancestors. Learn about an ancestor altar, what that would look like for you. I do it all the time in readings. Some of us have to go a little bit deeper. Do you know about any of your spirit guides? Any of the archangels that you need to work with. That happens for a lot of people. For some people, they're like, oh no, that's too deep for me, We have the Eight of Swords here. This is more anxiety. So some of you your anxiety has increased. You went from the Eight of Swords to what we got on the bottom of deck, the Nine of Swords. So some of you feel a little bit imprisoned, like you have to accept whatever's going on. The Knight of Cups coming in with an offer again. It's the offer. This is an offer of love or an apology from this person who might be telling you things you don't really want to hear, from someone in your past coming back. And here we have the Queen of Cups is the next one. So this could definitely involve love, anxiety, an apology. You're having anxiety over what they may have put you through. Okay, Knight of Cups is always coming in with a cup of love, a cup of an apology, you know. Queen of Cups, this could be you giving your heart over again to this person or to your family member that may have upset you, to your boss, your job. You might say, I love what I do. I sure in the hell don't like the way you talk to me. I love what I do here, but I sure in the hell don't like the energy, but I love my job. So some of you, it's time to transplant. It's time to literally move on to another job. Possibly you need to switch things up with your family and say, you know what, for a couple of months, maybe I need to relax and not be in this role for a couple of months. Not in a bad way, not like abandoning your children. Don't you dare. Don't you dare go run off and abandon your children. Not like that. That's not what I mean. But actually, because you feel so trapped and, you feel like you're just, even though it's mental and emotional, you're not really trapped. It's like an illusion you got to push through. It's not really real. It's mental. You see what I'm saying? It's mental. So some of you might need to switch up some of those things. Okay, we have the Seven of Cups here. An illusion. That's what the Seven of Cups is about. It's an illusion being played out in your mind. Four of Wands, marriage, family, children, home, family. Seven of Pentacles here. So you've been waiting to see this situation change. Some of you are really being proactive and you've been saving money for a change. You've been writing down things to remember them for a change. You've been checking some resources in the community for a change or a new job. Some of you, it's like you might be in this illusion state right here. Some of us are in that Seven of Cups energy where it's like, wow, what do I choose? Because every cup looks so good at this fair. What do I pick? Like if I go to the fair and I'm looking at all these cups, some cups have goldfish. Some cups have candy. Some cups have, pretty beads, M&Ms for me to take home. What do I choose? It's kind of like, no, really. It's kind of like being disillusioned because everything looks so good in all the different cups. So you're like able to check out on that and say, well, I really, I don't have to choose right now. But if you don't choose, then you might stay in that state where you feel like you're confined too much, too long. Three of Wands, waiting for something to come back into you after you've decided. You're kind of waiting for your ship to come in, kind of waiting on that kind of energy. Oh, Ace of Wands, new beginnings. Wow, a lot of fire energy. Lots of fire energy. Knight of Swords. Okay. Rushing in, delivering some drama and messages. It could be a little bit of just a little bit of drama, like multiple people or social network, social media kind of drama, something rushing in, okay? Some kind of message rushing in, delivering you messages. It could be like an email, phone call, text message. You could find out something at work from someone that you didn't know. But Three of Wands, waiting for this ship to come in, after you've put in some of the work, you've made a decision. And then this Ace of Wands is a brand new beginning. For some of you, I feel like it's going to be a message. Like, oh, okay, Spirit just said it, travel. It's going to feel like this message traveled to you, or you're going to feel like you're going to take a travel. Like, it's going to be news about traveling, like going on a vacation, relocation, time management, time share. It could be something to do with work. Okay. We have the King of Swords here. Okay, so we went from the Knight to the King. The World, closing up a cycle. The High Priestess. Okay. Beautiful. That's beautiful. So some of you are going to make a decision. Thank you, Thelma, for that. Thank you, honey. So some of you are going to have a decision. I don't know if this is going to be an attorney that you go to, or if this is going to be a judge. You're waiting for a judgment. If this is your boss, if there's a contract you signed or something, but some of you are going to have this huge decision come through, or you're going to have to make a decision. Okay, like you might energetically have to make this decision. And then you have the Worlds, which is a major arcana, closing up some old cycle. Okay, so it could be like there's an old cycle closing up with this decision. Do you see what I'm saying? Like this person literally could be an air sign who is a judge, a boss, a lover, an ex who's kind of aloof, you know, not really going with the heart, but they're strictly about making this decision. And then this is the World wrapping up that cycle, a major arcana, okay? I'm hearing some of you are wondering about your disability too. That was just told to me. Some of you are wondering about your disability. And then this right here, this is you working your magic and understanding the secrets of life. This is the High Priestess. So this could be some of you who are paying attention to your dreams. Some of you are mothers and you feel intuitive about what's going to be needed, you know, in the coming months. And some of this is writing down your root work, your candle magic, your moon rituals. You got your goddess shit on blast and you know the truth. Okay, so some of you are like, yep, I got it in paper. It's documented now. I know about this decision. A cycle ended because of it, and I'm working my goddess, my priestess. I know secrets. I know my intuition. I know what my dreams are. I know my manifesting. Okay? That's what I'm getting from that, that's huge. When you see major arcanas pop like that together, it's not a coincidence. Some of you definitely. And I keep hearing about the travel. So someone may be traveling, okay? You might be wondering if you're going to be able to do that, you know, with the traveling. Wow, look at this. Okay, 5 of Swords. Some of you are fighting. You're in chaos. This is usually more than 2 people. This is some kind of fight. It's like chaos going on, okay? Something going on that's literally like, you know, that phrase like mind fuckery. This is mind fuckery. You know, this competition. Somebody might be trying to put this down on you. That, and then it's right next to the 5 of Pentacles. Lack consciousness, poverty consciousness. That's what the 5 of Pentacles is really about, feeling left out because you're lacking something. Okay, so literally you could be in a situation, some of you, where you're like, my talents aren't being observed, my abilities aren't being observed, I'm not being seen as important as what I am, and then for that I have lack. You know, I'm not getting all that I deserve, all that I need. That could be what's going on for some of you. And then we have the 7 of Wands here. You're in defense. You're standing your ground. You're prepared. You're prepared because you know what's happening. And you're like, yep, I'm standing my ground. I've got my energy ready. I've got my wand ready. I already knew about this person. I already knew about this situation, what they really felt about me, what they really were thinking. You know, I know about this group of people. Because 5 of Swords, it could be a group of people. And I know about them and I know the kind of shit they do to people. You know, so this could be some of you, it is your family, which is not, you know, really not cool, but It could be, for some of you, it could be your family. You know, for some of you, it's work. You know, it's community stuff, you know, especially if some of you are coming out as being who you really are, goddesses. You know, some of you masculine are coming out as divine masculine, you know. Queen of Wands, Five of Wands, Nine of Pentacles. Okay. Well, for some of you, I feel like with this Queen of Wands here, you're really going to burn. You're going to be on fire with creativity, new ideas, new thoughts. And you're going to be like, I'm not going into this whole thing with, you know, this whole thing with this mind thing, this game, this Five of Wands next to it. It's like some people literally trying to physically fight with passion. You know, they're trying to use all their passion and energy to fight a group of people again. So we got Five of Swords and Five of Wands. Okay, so we got the mental mind fuck, and then we've got the emotional charge up passion here. So someone could be trying to put this down on you just because they notice how creative you are and how beautiful you are, how talented you are. Okay, so then the outcome here is the Nine of Pentacles. You'll win. You're going to win. Nine of Pentacles is about being in your own beautiful Garden of Eden. You have all the money you want. You have all the creature comforts you want. So just remember that some of this, with this Five of Wands and the Five of Swords, you know, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Thelma. So it's like, you know, some of you, you really have to pay attention to this, okay? Pay attention to who you really are, your passion, your creativity. You know, pay attention to that because you're worthy. You're worthy. And this Nine of Pentacles is like you in your Garden of Eden. You've got your money now. You've got your creativity. You're not worried. You've got it. You've got it all now. Okay? That's what this is about. So if you can start to see yourself with this outcome in your love life, in your work life, in your family, you know, you're like, well, even if it's not all perfect, even if every single one doesn't agree with me, you still took it on with energy and passion to know who you really are, you know? Beautiful. I think that some of us, you know, you're doing it. You're doing the damn thing. You can't get yourself all, you know, those swords, the Eight of Swords, Nine of Swords, you know, that whole thing with getting caught up, you know, getting caught up with like, am I really doing it? Yeah, you are. This is life. You are doing it. Okay? You're doing it. Okay? So I'm going to close out with, let's see. This is the Goddess Oracle. Okay? I got this about maybe a year or so ago, but I like it. I mean, it's all about the goddess energy. And if there's masculine watching, I'm so happy. Because sometimes the masculine watching, they don't know what to think about feminine. And I wish they would come out and say that like more. Like say it more, masculine. You know, if you're in a relationship with a goddess and you're like, I'm really trying to figure this out, you know. Say it more. You know, say it more, come out with your questions more. And that helps us. You know, that helps us too. So the card that popped is Mawa. Mawa, Mother Earth. You are called upon to help with environmentalism. You are called upon to help with environmentalism. So this is about like really literally being called upon while you're on your earth journey here. This is Mother Earth. She's holding the earth. You're here on earth and you can help others with this whole earth journey. Yeah. It's like it's being unlocked. Then we have Rhiannon. Rhiannon. You all know that song? I don't know. Some of you don't because you're not as old as I am, okay? The sorceress. You are a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality. You can manifest your clear intentions into reality. Yeah, you can manifest. I was doing a reading a while ago, and I could hear that song playing because the one I was speaking to, she was supposed to set up an altar. And the one who wanted to work with her was Rhiannon, the goddess Rhiannon. Okay, Irene. Peace. There's no need to worry as everything is working out beautifully. Irene, peace. There's no need to worry as everything is working out beautifully. Okay. So this is for some of you, male or female. You might have small children and you're wondering if everything's going to be okay. Okay. There's no need to worry. Everything is working out beautifully. Peace. So this is your universal message of having peace, you know, even in the face of adversity. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I've enjoyed having all of this beautiful time with you all. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and close out. I want to say thank you to all of you. And, you know, welcome to the community. You know, we're really all together here. We're all together here in unity. And, you know, I want you all to enjoy the rest of your night. I hope you got some clarity. I hope you can sleep a little bit better, okay? I'll talk to you all again soon. Bye-bye.